Hello, this is Group 5, and I'm gonna talk about the two texts, Pride and Prejudice, and the mark on the wall. Firstly, I will compare the two texts, and after that, I will talk about the romanticists and the modernists there are in the texts. But firstly, the comparing of the text. And I will start with the different. The different is how they are built up. In Pride and Prejudice, we have two people talking to each other about their daughters. Simple, and we understand it. The other text, The Mark on the Wall, we read about a person who is thinking what and how the mark on the wall was born, so to say. And suddenly he thinks on the old owners of the house, and suddenly he goes back to thinking on the mark on the wall again. It's not so simple, and it can be quite confusing. The thing they are similar are what the texts are about. In Pride and Prejudice, it is about the daughters, not the man or the woman they are talking, but the person they are talking about. It is the same thing with the mark on the wall. It is about the boy they are thinking of on the mark, and not about him, what he is doing or something, but the text is about the mark on the wall. And now to the romanticists and the modernized in the text. And I'm gonna start with Pride and Prejudice, which are romanticists, not only because it says on the paper we have got, but also because there are a certain amount of conservative about the family. Because we hear about the mother who wants her daughter to marry a rich man that moved into the neighborhood, and I think it's quite conservative to think that your daughter needs to marry a rich guy to have a good life, and you know. The other text, The Mark on the Wall, are modernized. Again, it says on the paper, but also because the narrative flow of story is fragmented and controlled by a multiplied point of view. He uses the technique called stream of consciousness, which are flows of impressions passed through the character's mind. For example, we hear about a man and tennis ball, and suddenly we go back to hear about the mark on the wall. And I'm gonna read some lines up from page 131 at line 5. The young man about to hit the tennis ball in the back garden of the suburban villa as one rushes past in the train. But as for that mark, I'm not sure about it. I don't believe it was made by a nail, after all. So we have the man and the tennis ball, and suddenly he goes over to talking about something else, and that is quite modernism. And that was all we have for today. Have a lovely day from Group 5. Got 1, 5. Goodbye.